Now, pre-market Sofi Technologies is currently trading at $10.27, which is up over 7%. We're looking on the current price of $9.55, which they closed trading at on Friday. Now, this comes after once again we saw for the ninth executive quarter, Sofi Technologies beating analyst expectations on both the revenues they generate and the earnings per share. And another good thing that is so nice about this Q2 earnings is that they saw their membership growing by over 580,000 members. There are new members that, or there are over 580,000 new members that joined Sofi Technologies, and now on their platform they do have 6.2 million members. This is something that shows you the kind of growth that we are witnessing onto Sofi Technologies, because in the couple of quarters or 3-4 quarters we've been seeing the membership just growing by over 400,000, and to get to see the members growing by over 580,000 for the Q2 earnings, it was something that was of course amazing. And one of the things that you will remember, that though we saw them beating analyst expectations in the Q1 earnings, which was a bit of a concern, it was the loans which they had in the on their balance sheet, which obviously on these earnings, ladies and gents, we heard the CEO of course saying that they have managed to sell some of the personal and student loans and got a margin of over 4% or around 4%, which is something that of course it is a good thing, because some of the investors were worried that will Sofi be able to sell these, of course, kind of loans, which getting to see that they have sold some of the personal and student loans makes at least a bit a relief, or brings a relief to some of those investors that were worried about Sofi Technologies not being able, of course, maybe to sell some of these loans in the near future, which of course will excite those investors that were a bit worried about that. Now, another good thing that we saw on today's earnings is Sofi Technologies, of course, increasing their guidance on the full year, of course, earnings, which is something that is, of course, a very good thing. But of course, before we dig deep into this video, you already know that this video is just an entertainment video and not a professional financial advice video. I would really appreciate if you can just hit that like button if you do enjoy the content that I'll be giving you about Sofi Technologies managing to once again beating analyst expectations on both the revenues they generate and the earnings per share, which is something that of course we are now seeing for the ninth consecutive quarter, or we're seeing in for the ninth quarter Sofi managing to do that. It looks like analysts are failing to, of course, predict the kind of earnings that Sofi is able to generate, which is something that of course it is a good thing, right? I mean, for these earnings or for this quarter, the analysts were expecting for Sofi Technologies to come with the total revenues of around $475 million, which of course we saw Sofi coming at 498 million, almost 500 million in revenues which they generated this quarter, which is something that must just show you that Sofi once again continues to do very well. And once we check also, of course, the EPS on the other side, we saw them, of course, coming out with an EPS of 6 cents, which is better than, of course, that, of course, or 7 cents, which analysts expected. So I'm very excited. And if you like to enjoy this content, hit that like button, comment, and subscribe. And also subscribe, don't forget to hit that notification bell, because Sofi is one of the stocks that I discuss a lot. On Friday, when the market closed, I was up, of course, 65% onto this stock, and I hope to see should Sofi Technologies get to around $12 per stock, I would have doubled my money onto Sofi Technologies, meaning that I would have seen 100% gains onto the 1,046 shares which I own of Sofi. So I'm really excited about the kind of earnings we received from Sofi today. So yes, if you like, hit that like button. I would really appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. Otherwise, as I've said, we saw Sofi Technologies beating analyst expectations on both the revenues they generated and the earnings per share. And the good thing is that on the membership growth, as I've said in the beginning of this video, we saw Sofi Technologies reporting over 580 new members that joined Sofi Technologies, or that are now on the Sofi platform, which makes Sofi to now have a total of around 6.2 million members on their platform, which is something that is, of course, absolutely amazing. And one of the good things that I really liked is, of course, when I saw that they once again increased their guidance for the full year, which obviously something that was really, really interesting is about the EBITDA guidance, which we saw coming from Sofi, because the scene on the screen, you notice that they increased their adjusted EBITDA from 268 to 288 to around 333 million to 343 million dollars. This is a pure 40 to 44% increase from the kind of adjusted EBITDA we saw them predicting in their Q1 earnings. This is something that shows you that Sofi Technology, ladies and gents, this year they are now expecting to report a total adjusted EBITDA of between 333 million and 300 and of course 43 million. So they are expecting to generate total EBITDA of between 333 and 343 million dollars, which is something that like I said, it is a good thing because it is a 40 to 44% increase from the prior guidance they had given out for the full year during the Q1 earnings. This is something that must just show you that Sofi Technologies continues to do very well. Sofi Technologies continues to be that company that it is going to do very well and continues to amaze those that, I mean, there are some Wall Street analysts who were not expecting Sofi to do very well into this earnings. They've downgraded, gave a price downgrade on the price target, but we are seeing Sofi Technologies proving those analysts wrong and doing their utmost best to continue growing or continue improving on their earnings, which is why I think so many of the investors or retail investors are excited about this company. And chances are, ladies and gents, like I said, we might see Sofi Technologies closing today, I don't know, up over 10-20%, which obviously it is a good thing. And personally, as I've said, on my, of course, 1046 shares which I own, which as I said on Friday, my returns on so far were sitting at around 69%. It makes me to be really excited because chances are I might see my, of course, self doubling in terms of the returns or that I see on Sofi Technologies. I'll see at least 100% of the kind of returns I'll be sitting with on Sofi Technologies. So far, ladies and gents, it is making a lot of retail investors, especially in the streets of Twitter, to be so excited. I mean, it is currently trending right now as I'm doing this video on Twitter, which makes you to see the kind, of course, of retail investors Sofi Technologies it is currently having. I'm very excited about these earnings, and like I said, something that really stood out for me is, of course, the guidance and, of course, the total membership of over 580,000, which now makes Sofi to have around 6.2 million members. This was something that, of course, we are expecting to see, or this kind of growth in total membership it is something that we expect to grow going into, of course, the years to come, which will make Sofi Technologies to be that company which will continue growing so massively, which may result in them generating tons and tons of revenue. Otherwise, with all that, guys, I just thought I'd just give you this quick update. If you think this video was amazing, please don't forget to hit the like button, comment and subscribe, and once you subscribe, don't forget to hit or click that notification bell so that at least you get notified by YouTube every time I drop a new content. Otherwise, that's all from me, and I wish you nothing but the best in your stock market investing journey. And before you buy any other stock, do your own due diligence that at least you can be comfortable as you are investing into the stock market. Otherwise, that's all from me, and God bless you all.